They're smaller. They could fit into an apartment better.
A lot like having a little horse or white-tailed deer in your house.
They won't be walking on your kitchen counters or on your dining room table.
Some of them enjoy the IQ puzzle toys.
They make you laugh.
Mischievous, they've got an attitude.
They can growl. Sometimes they make little honking, sort of squeaking noises. It's very hard to describe, but it's also sort of a happy I love you kind of noise usually. When they're very, very frightened, they can scream, which no one should hopefully ever have to hear. My name is Jeanette Lyerly. I'm one of the original members of Triangle Rabbits, and I'm currently serving as the coordinator for events and public outreach. The mission of Triangle Rabbits is to educate people about having house rabbits as companions and to help rabbits in shelters and rescues through our volunteer efforts. Rabbits are fun. They're interesting and intelligent, and they like to play. They enjoy being with people. They're also among the most exploited of animals. People talk about them in terms of testing, in terms of livestock. They're often underserved and underrepresented in shelters due to lack of resources or volunteers. But they're not for everybody. And that's one of the reasons that we try really hard to educate people about what it's really like to have a rabbit before they get one. One of the things we do is have our annual Rabbit Day event. We just had Rabbit Day 2015, and it's our big education and adoption day.
Require all the hay they can eat 24/7, water 24/7, and a quarter cup or a half a cup a day of pellets. Rabbits do better actually at being picked up. Guinea pigs tend to live that long. 12 to 14.
I think one of the biggest myths about rabbits is that they're low maintenance pets. And rabbits are not low maintenance pets. They require time and attention and affection and exercise and medical care and all the things that you would think to provide if you were adopting a dog or a cat. Since I've gotten involved with rescue and volunteering with rescue, it's kind of sad. About 8 weeks after Easter, the shelters start to fill up because people buy an Easter rabbit, usually a baby, and that rabbit gets to be a teenager, and all of a sudden, it's not what they thought. And then they drop them off at the shelter.
Rabbits need advocates because most people do not have the knowledge to keep them healthy and take care of them properly. And there's a lot of vets that do not have the knowledge to properly educate the public in the care of rabbits.
A common misperception would be that, well, we'll get a rabbit because it doesn't require the kind of care that a dog or a cat does. A rabbit lives as long as a cat. It lives 12 to 14 years. It needs regular veterinary care. A regular once or twice a year checkup to make sure your rabbit is healthy, to check its teeth for overgrowth of tooth points in the mouth, to check its ears. Rabbits can get ear mites. It's to check the skin over the shoulders for a particular mange mite that they can have, to check their stool once a year, to check for an internal parasite that they get. Look at the soles of the feet. A rabbit that doesn't have appropriate cage bedding can wind up with sores on its feet. So a rabbit is a prey animal. It's a grazer. It's got teeth that allow it to cut grass, and then back teeth, front teeth that cut, back teeth that chew. It has almost 360-degree vision. Eyeballs are on the side of the head. Constantly aware, same for the ears, constantly aware what's going on. These ears rotate and can listen forward, listen backwards as like radar. As a prey animal, got a real high metabolism. Heart in here is beating 250, 300 beats per minute. Even at rest sometimes, it's rarely below 220. Very powerful ability to escape with these powerful jumping hind legs from about here back is just all muscle. They are a lightweight animal with a lightweight skeleton, but tons of muscle. So if you mishandle a rabbit, they can actually kick out and hurt their back right along here at their lumbar vertebra. Another interesting thing that makes them fast and keeps them fast, they don't have long legs like a horse. They run fast, but unlike a horse, everything they eat is processed and they poop out the part that's not going to do them any good very rapidly. And then they hang on to the digestible part and convert fiber from grass into energy in their cecum. So I like to say that a rabbit is a life support system for a cecum in its intestines. And that's kind of what makes a rabbit tick.
You don't ever want them to get them for little children, because little children will drop them. They'll go to jump out of the arms and will drop them, and then could go and grab the leg and break the leg. I've seen that. Or when they drop them, they fall on their face and then they require stitches. So little children are kind of out on that.
They do shed, so you have a lot of hair issue.
Rabbits have teeth that continually grow, so they always need things to chew on to keep their little teeth worn down.
Rabbits will chew everything. So you give them toys. So they don't chew your telephone wires, they won't chew your baseboards, anything like that. The books on the bottom shelf of your bookcase.
They don't need any vaccines.
They're lighter weight than a dog.
You can litter box train them.
They're not going to drag you down the street, you know, and require walking in all kinds of bad weather. They don't bark and cause issues with your neighbors.
They have a scent gland right under their neck, so they don't pee on everything like a dog or a cat to mark their scent. They chin everything. So you'll see a rabbit, if a rabbit chins your foot or goes like this to something, that means that they've claimed you. You are now theirs. Oh, she's purring. That's the noise. That they don't really make a noise, but when their teeth or their mouth, their mouth does that, that's purring.
They can learn to do agility type things where they jump over little jumps or sit on boxes or go up and down ramps. You can teach them to give you 5 or give you kisses. They're very joyful and in the moment. We have an expression among the rabbit people where you talk about rabbits who binky. And a binky is an expression of happiness or joy, where they'll run around and jump up in the air and do a little twist and kind of dance around and land back on their feet, and then they run around and do it again.
He's a youngster that was born after a rabbit was turned into the SPCA. So the litter has been being cared for by some of the Triangle rabbit folks, and until they're old enough to spay and neuter, and then we're going to get them adopted.